Hi, my name is Derrick Smallwood, and how did I survive my first negative event without using? I survived my first negative event uh, without using. Sometimes I would say I don't even know how I survived, but I did survive. But I have to be honest and say that when I had a breakup with my girl, we used to argue, and what I did, I would just go get me something to drink and numb my feelings. And once I started drinking, I didn't feel nothing. I didn't care. I didn't think about nothing. But I'll never forget one day I was waiting at her house to surprise her. And I got surprised. And I was in a program that I was doing good. And yet I was waiting to surprise her. And she drove up with another young man, a gentleman, who dropped her off. And anyway, he took off. He left. And we were standing there arguing for a minute. And I drove off. I got in my car and I drove off. And as manly as I would like to make this sound, and as strong as I would like to speak and say this, and maybe even overlook it, I survived by releasing the emotion. I cried. I cried. I was hurt. I was feeling it. And I cried. That's how I survived. I was able to identify the pain of a broken heart, but I was determined not to use. I didn't want to use no more to numb the feeling or not to feel it. I felt it. It hurt, and I stood there. Not there. I got in my van. I drove off. But where I was at, I mean, I cried and I prayed and I cried to my God. And I was hurting. And that's how I realized that in order to survive anything uh, during this process of recovery, that now, Derrick, you want to start feeling. And everything not going to be good. You know, matter of fact, a lot of things in life aren't good. Death, loss of a job, loss of a loved one, as far as I'm to my girlfriend again, you know. And I was like, you got to feel it. You got to feel how you going to deal with it, you know. And eventually I cried, but I didn't cry for long. It didn't mean it didn't hurt for long. It just means that I didn't cry for long. I learned how to deal just from day to day, talking. That's how I survived, talking about it. You know, talking about the pain I was feeling, not overlooking it, but talking about it. You know, to my brothers, it was four brothers and four sisters. I'm sorry, four brothers and I had six sisters. But I think I had two in the house with me by that time. But you know, when you got a support system, it's like you got to use your support system. You know, to the point where they may get tired of hearing you. You know, tell you to man up, man, man up. And it's like, you know what? I need you now. I need you to hear me out because my main goal is not to use. So if I got to wimp and whimper, please bear with me because I'm just determined not to use. And I thank God for my sisters and brothers and those that listen to me, you know. And I did. I survived. I survived by just releasing the emotion and the feeling and not drinking and not drugging, not trying to numb the feelings, but just feel it. Pain and all. It's not hard. I mean, it's not easy. It's hard. But I did it